Hey guys, how are you? How is it going these days? Here was very intensive. A lot was going on. Yeah, there is a little bit of tiredness, but in a good way. Last night we just got back from the retreat which we were hosting. Most of you know probably, but some of you not. That's okay. Few things which I wish to share with you. Like what's the direct experience here regarding freedom, if you wish, or the way to freedom, or what is in the way of freedom. Is it possible to help someone? How help appears, or support? What's happening when we are gathering in groups, online or in person, and things like that. So the first thing which comes is that we all have this fancy idea of how freedom looks like, or how freedom should looks like. And usually it is something fluffy, pink, light. Effortless, with no negative emotions. Only positive experiences. What else? That we are going to be somehow untouched by everything and everyone. There will be no triggers happening, no negative emotions or feelings, no bad things in life in general. But freedom is not from. This is something which I love to say again and again and again and again. Freedom is not from. You can't put requirements and say, yeah, freedom is I want this freedom, because freedom is all inclusive. Freedom is with, and usually the sense of freedom or liberation resides under the buried stuff, under all these parts which we suppressed for one or another reason. We suppressed and buried. So freedom is underneath that. And it takes a lot of courage to go there. And if you go there, mostly like there will be jumping back from that, like jumping or running back from that, because it is painful. I'm not going to lie you. It hurts. Freedom hurts. Freedom is scary. Freedom is literally to see experientially that there is nothing to hold on to. There is no safety ground. There is no time, space. all things are fluid. They are flowing. Everything is flowing. It's like a river. It's like a water. It's moving. And the experience is not pleasant. It's quite the contrary. It is scary. But you don't know, you don't want that type of freedom. And that's why we all, not you, everyone, like most of us, all of us, we are creating that fancy idea of what freedom is. That fancy belief that, I don't know, that fireworks, again, only positive emotions or experiences. If you came across a real sense of freedom, it is scary because there is nothing to do with what you think the freedom is. Nothing to do with that. It is raw, naked, alive, vivid, merciless. It is seeing that there is no one there. And do you know what that means? That means that you are everyone. You see you in everyone. You are everyone. You project everything. You are the only creator and destroyer of everything you are experiencing in your life. And that's a lot. That means that there is no one to blame. Nothing to hold on to. Nothing to expect. This is a seeing that you create your own suffering, your own problems. This is seeing that you are everything. God, universe, cosmos, whatever you want to call it. This is how big you are. And that's scary. We don't want this type of freedom. Mm. Freedom means the end of hope. The end of this fancy idea that tomorrow will be better. Freedom is seeing that there is no tomorrow. Freedom means brutal honesty. Freedom means the end of lies, the end of pretension, the end of performing. You think you want freedom, but if you know what freedom means, you will run away from that. You expect your own idea of freedom to be fulfilled, your own dream of how freedom should look like. And you can't save anyone. because there is no one first. And paradoxically, those who are ready to be saved, they touch freedom. They become freedom itself. They don't get freedom. No one gets freedom. So are you ready to be free with everything? With each bad, uncomfortable, shamed, ashamed, scary, greedy, envy part of you? Because there is no freedom without embracing those all. It's a partial freedom. It's a freedom for a while, and then it kicks again. Why it kicks again? Because freedom wants to embrace them all. That's why it's keep presenting those to you. That's why triggers still happening. That's why healthy mental issues still happening. Even if the illusion of the separate self is seen through. That's why things are still happening. Mm-hmm. Freedom is not wanting things to be different, but having enough freedom to change the projection. Enough courage to change the projection. Because it is only you here, no one else. You are projecting everything. No one else is doing that for you, and no one else can set you free from that. You are pretending that you're not free. You are playing small. Why? I don't know. I don't know why we are doing that. Because of fun, probably. Freedom also is seeing that there is no meaning. And when it is seen that life is meaningless and everything is meaningless, it is not pleasant. It is not what you are expecting to be. You see, we read about Ramana or someone else like that, someone else experiences or whatever. And we're like, I want to be at this place. But I'm pretty sure that no one wants Ramana's experience. Really. You are not ready for that. You say that you long for freedom, but you are scary. You want some part of the freedom, not all of it. I don't know why freedom usually comes with something terrible happening, some kind of a terrible thing in one's life. I don't know why. Because it's seen maybe that there's nothing I can lose. There's nothing to lose. A friend shared a story the other day about, I don't know what kind of the story was. I'm not sure if I will remember to tell you the story, but that one guy was sitting on the market and was blessing everyone. Blessing everyone to experience his or her best suffering in the world. In order to see that there is nothing to lose, no one to die, no one to lose everything. Yeah, something like until your life is lost, you will always wonder why. So are you ready for your freedom? Is my question. You wonder why there is so much resistance, so much fear, so much postponing, so much avoidance when it comes to do certain things, like to show up for a meeting, to sign up for a whatever is there. You wonder why the clinging to just some superficial things is so strong. Because there is a part which knows what real freedom means. There is a part which longs for that, and at the same time there is a part which is threatened to death. Mm. So are you ready to lose everything you think you have? See, I don't want to scare you. This is just speaking from experience. This is down the earth, grounded, speaking from experience of how things are. So be honest. What kind of freedom do you want? With or without? Freedom with certain conditions? What kind of freedom is this? The wise one called that unconditional love, freedom. Why? Because it doesn't put conditions. It doesn't care of your conditions, your requirements. Again, I'm running out of battery. Mm. Much love, guys. See you soon.